Dr. Tom. I, too, think that I'm the greatest host in Bite This history, and I appreciate you saying that to me.
Hey, Josh, how come you're uncentered? How come you're not centered here on the
I don't know. I think I'm in the right spot. I think
No,
you're a little off over
there.
there.
Whoa, I think you're a little off, man.
I think you need to come more this way.
No, I don't need to come
more.
more. I think
but
the camera needs to fit.
All
All right.
I appreciate the compliment you said right before we got on
Hey,
the
Josh,
air
you know you
about
and I
me-
don't talk about you.
about me being the best.
You know what I do want to say, though? I want to say
Host of
John
Bite This.
Bradshaw did a hell of a job last week as co-host of Bite
No
This.
doubt. Man, Bradshaw had a great time. Kicking it.
Yeah, I saw how great time you guys had.
I'm trying to pick up this magazine here.
Are you?
Yeah.
Why don't you
I'm
stop
having a
feeding
tough-
your face,
I'm
and
having
maybe
a
you
tough
can,
time.
man.
Oh, I'm enjoying the pizza.
Yeah. I got
Dr.
some pizza
Tom,
for you.
see this magazine right here?
I sure do.
See what that's called? Can you guys get
Smackdown.
can
Well, you can't
we
see
get a
because
shot of that?
I got a
Can we
shot
see
of
that?
this. Why don't you get a shot of this?
Smackdown,
Here,
the
do like
magazine.
this, dumbass.
Oh, like that? Can you see that still? Well, anyway, Smackdown, the magazine, available on newsstands everywhere this Tuesday. This happens to be the very first edition of Smackdown, the magazine. I was trying to ask you, inaugural?
Inaugural.
That's the word.
Thank you.
That's the word. That means first edition of
Well,
Smackdown.
check it out, man. The first edition of the SmackDown magazine. On the very back page, it has Tales from the Hook from Taz. Don't forget to read Tales from the Hook. In fact, Taz even has a mock-up cover of the new SmackDown magazine.
Yeah, unfortunately, Taz won't be joining us on the show today, but you guys can give us a call at 888-LIVE-WWE, and joining us right now on the telephone is Droz, kicking in his 2 cents. What's up, Droz?
Not too much. What's going on, guys?
Dr. Tom's back, Droz.
Yes, he is. Thank God Dr. John is back.
Well, Droz,
He had the civil disobedience last week.
Oh, man, I heard you guys dropped the S word. Did you drop any F-bombs?
Oh, no, the B word was said a couple times.
Oh, I'm sure that was.
So was the Q word.
Oh.
Yeah, well, Josh, anytime you're on here, the Q word's dropped.
I hear you.
Anyway, how are you feeling, Droz?
Actually, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm actually in therapy right now, and once we get done here, I'm going to jump up into the easy standard and do some work there. So, not too bad at all.
Droz, how long are you going to be in therapy? How long are you going to be there?
I think probably 2 more weeks I'll probably be out here. And actually today, working with the doctors, yesterday we really e-stemmed. Doc, you know what stem is, of course. But anyway, we stemmed my triceps, and since I've been hurt, I haven't been able to use them. And actually today they kind of kicked back in. I was able to use my triceps for the first time. So it was a big jump for me. So it was kind of a shock, but definitely a good thing.
Good, that's good.
Well,
to hear,
obviously
Droz.
that's got to make you feel good and got to make you feel great being there, huh?
Oh, definitely does, yeah.
Very cool. Let's talk about Survivor Series. Did you get a chance to watch it live?
Actually, no. They said they sent the tape out to me, and I just watched it. I actually watched it on Tuesday, and what a great pay-per-view. And by the way, Vince and Sean both could have given to a blood bank, and they would have gotten quite a few liters of blood.
Yeah, I think they were competing with who was getting sliced up the most, man. I mean,
I believe Vince won.
Wow, unbelievable. But what about the fact that The Undertaker was buried alive, and we saw the emergence of Kane? That had to have been a shock.
Well, it was definitely a shocker. I mean, Vince took a beating for quite a while from Taker, and then, in the end, seeing Taker's brother come out and basically finish him off, and, with McMahon dumping the dirt on him, I think it left everybody stunned and in shock. And, now we have to wait and see, what's going to happen and what's going to happen with Kane because, earlier, and then, of course, the next night we saw what he did at the end of the show coming out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he is definitely on a path of destruction, and, I'm really looking forward to see where this ends up.
No doubt about that.
Hey, Droz, let me ask you this. You got a chance to see just go ahead and feed your face, Josh. Josh is sitting here like he's doing something else. You got a chance to see the Survivor Series match that included Matt Morgan, Nathan Jones, The Big Show. Anyway, Brock Lesnar.
The biggest team in Survivor Series history, Team Lesnar.
Yes, Team Lesnar. Give me your impressions of Matt Morgan.
You know what? I was actually pleasantly surprised. I mean, here's basically a new guy in the ring, and he looked decent actually. For a big man. I mean, he moves well, and that's the one thing about that team. They all move well, but he looked good in the ring, and he looked comfortable in the ring, and that's what you want to see, especially with a new guy out there and a big guy like that can move around. Especially with the size he has.
Yeah, Matt Morgan's going to be an impact player in the WWE. No doubt about that. Droz, when can we expect the next column on WWE.com?
Of course, I'll talk a little bit about the pay-per-view and the shows this week. Then, of course, what's been going on in therapy, and we'll kind of go from there.
Awesome. Sorry, Josh, I got a mouthful of pizza. You know how it is around these Bite This part.
With that, Doc.
You know what, man? I think Josh has a mouthful of a lot of stuff. He just doesn't tell us what it is.
Pizza, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
I like to eat. I like to eat a lot of pizza.
You look like it, Josh. What'd you and Bradshaw eat last time? I saw
Josh was on the show actually for quite a long time last week. He heard everything that Bradshaw had to say, and Taz was on with Draws. All four of us, you know, we were conversating. It was like it was like the old days again.
I heard all the conversating you guys were doing too, Draws. You guys were having it. Seemed like all hell was breaking loose. I kind of like hanging with Bradshaw. You know, when he's around, you know that hell's going to break loose, huh?
That is definitely a given. He will find a way to have a good time no matter where or when it is. And last week, he sure found a way to have. We had a ball. We missed you, actually. I'd have loved to have you 2 Texans on there. Would have been better than 1.
Thank you very much, man. I mean, I would loved to see what happened after the cameras turned off because, Josh, you probably got bent right over that desk. Yeah, what do you think?
No, that's not what happened.
Well, what happened?
Me and Bradshaw went and hung out, and, you know.
Yeah. Draws, you and I both know that's a bunch of crap. I can't say shit on the internet because you guys got away with it last week. What?
Well, Draws, listen, buddy. Hope everything goes well in rehab. We'll talk to you next week. Give us the progress, everything that's going on. Looking forward to reading Draws' 2 cents on WWE.com.
All right, guys.
Oh, 2 weeks. You're not. Next week is Thanksgiving. Oh, it's Turkey Day.
Great.
Turkey Day.
Well, we'll have to wish everybody happy Thanksgiving now, then.
All right, there you go.
Very nice. Well, you have a happy Thanksgiving,
2 weeks.
Draws.
2 weeks, Draws. We'll see
All
you,
right,
buddy.
Doc, I'm sure I'll talk to you before
Yes,
then,
sir. Definitely. We'll see you, man.
That's my new
All
thing.
right, guys, take care.
Later, Draws. Nice talking to you. That's my new thing. The point. Boom. Boom. Nice talking to you.
You boom talking
All right,
to you,
anyway,
man.
I didn't get a chance to talk about what we're going to see on the show today because I was eating. We're going to have Matt Morgan. Matt Morgan. We're going to have a surprise call-in by, you thought I was going to say it, didn't you, Phil? And we're also going to have Eddie Guerrero on the phone. We're going to talk about what you're going to see on SmackDown this upcoming night. Tonight, it's Thursday. Next Thursday is Turkey Day. I'm going to have turducken.
Turducken.
Yeah, you know what that is?
No.
It's a turkey, a chicken, and a duck.
You going over to Michael Cole's house?
You put each one inside, the smallest bird inside the meat, boom, 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 and it's all one thing. It's turducken.
Where are you from, man?
The Ville, bro.
Huh?
The Ville.
The Ville.
Yeah.
Where's the Ville, man?
The Ville, that's where I'm from. You know where the Ville is, Dr. Tom.
All right.
Taz isn't here on Bite This today because Taz has got a lot going on. He's actually...
he's getting some turduckens going on.
Taz is feeding the homeless some turduckens in New York City.
Yeah, wait till I tell Taz you said that.
That's what he's doing in Red Hook.
Good.
He paints the turkeys orange and he feeds them to the homeless. That's his deal, bro.
Is that Pepsi or is that beer, man?
Oh, no, it's Pepsi, Dr.
All right,
Tom.
very good.
A lot happening in the WWE. Make sure to give us a call, 888-LIVE-WWE. What else do you want to talk about,
Well,
Dr.
you know what?
Tom?
I got to say, I was watching Survivor Series last week, and
Were you in Texas?
No, I was over at the studio. Why would I be in Texas? Because that's where it was. That's where you were. I wasn't in Texas last week for Survivor
You're from
Series.
Texas?
I stayed here, and I am from
What part
Texas.
of Texas are you from?
Houston.
You're from Houston?
Why don't you do your research, kid?
I'm just,
In fact, why don't you find out about a surprise phone call that we have right now on WWE.com. Bite this. Josh, I'll let you go ahead and introduce this man.
I don't know. It's a surprise. How do I know who it is?
Because you're an idiot and you don't know all this stuff. Matt Hardy, a new addition to
Whoa,
Raw.
Matt Hardy.
Right, it's Matt Hardy. It's
Me Dr. Tom.
Outstanding, Matt. Hey, how's it feel to be back on Raw?
It's very, very good. I'm ecstatic to be back on Raw, and Raw has officially been injected with Magnitude.
Hey, very cool, man. What was that little gimmick you were trying to pull on Lita? I guess going down on one knee?
Yeah, well, it was maybe a mock proposal, possibly. Basically, it was my ticket in. You know, I had to get a ticket in. Eric Bischoff is the sole general manager of Raw right now, and apparently I needed to be on Raw, so I had to go in through Eric Bischoff, and that was kind of my way in.
Well, Matt, needless to say, as a SmackDown guy, you're going to be missed on our side of things. But how do you think Shannon Moore is going to do on SmackDown? Do you think it's time for Shannon to stand alone on SmackDown?
Yeah, well, actually, I just spoke about this in my commentary. Let me plug my website on WWE.com, which is actually WWEMattitude.com. I actually speak about Shannon. Shannon being my favorite MFer of all time. Actually, he was the only MFer. But Shannon, over the last year, I really can't tell you how much he's improved. I mean, across the board, from his in-ring skills, his physical look, and like his entertainment personality skills. And I think Shannon's going to do fine on his own. And I'm glad in a lot of ways that I'm away from him now, because now no longer he has to be a follower. Shannon can go out and be his own man. And I really believe in my heart he's got all the skills needed to succeed on his own. And I think if he's given a chance, he'll do it.
Yeah, very cool. Josh is an MFer too.
Yeah.
He's a huge MFer, but
Yes, he is.
if he could become a Magnitude follower,
No, he's not. He's not really a Matter 2 follower. He's just an MFer.
well, there are two types of MF.
Yeah, very cool. Hey, tell us a little bit about John Cena's new album. We heard you did a little track on there. Is that true?
Yeah, man. I actually got a sneak preview copy of it. John gave me a top secret kayfabe confidential copy, and I heard it, and I love it, man. It's something, if I heard out in the store, I would definitely purchase on my own. I'm very into it, and me and John, though, are kind of thinking is along the same wavelength. But I think it's really good, and I've got a verse in one of the tracks with myself and John and his cousin Trademark, and it's hot, man. The whole album is really good, and I definitely would recommend for anyone to go out and get it. I think they're going to enjoy it. There's songs, too, on there I think can make the radio, so it's going to be a very good deal. John's talented. His cousin's real talented. No, I'm talented myself, too. But
Of course
great
you
album.
are, Matt. Just log on to WWE.com, and we'll keep everyone posted on the release date of John Cena's new album. But, Matt, we got some phone calls for you if you're ready.
I would love to take the phone call.
All right, from Philly, this is Tom. Tom, you're on the phone with Matt Hardy. Viewanda!
Yo, what up, Matt?
Hey, man, what's up?
What's up, Josh?
Hey,
Uh,
Dr. Tom's here, too.
What's that?
Dr. Tom's here, too.
Yeah, what up, Tom? I was just gonna say that, Josh.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Josh.
Matt.
Hey, man.
I know you and Lee have been friends for a long time,
Yeah, we've been a little more than friends.
Yeah!
and I was wondering if you ever were gonna marry her for real.
Oh, yeah, I'm
If you were
sure.
gonna do that.
I'm definitely sure marriage for real will happen. As you know, I'll say this too right now while we're on the record. I want to thank Vince McMahon and company for helping me out and helping me make the move to Raw, because obviously it was done for personal reasons so that Amy and I can see each other a little more. But, as far as storyline goes, I don't think we'll be getting married, and I don't think we'll be together. But in a real-life scenario, yeah, I'm sure we would on the road.
Outstanding. I think it's really good that you had the opportunity now to move to Raw after being on SmackDown all this time, making an impact. Now I'm sure everybody's looking forward, as you are, to making the same impact on Raw. But what I've got to ask you, too, right now is, number one, if Josh doesn't quit banging my chair, I think we're going to have one host less.
I'm sorry, Dr. Tom.
Good. What I want to know, Matt, is how's Jeff doing?
Jeff is doing good, man. I actually just sent a picture of myself and my dad and Jeff. It's on www.mattitude.com, too, so just a current picture. Had him and his girlfriend over the other day, and Amy actually cooked everyone dinner, and my dad came over. He's doing okay, man. He's hanging low. I've spoke with him about the wrestling gig, and I definitely know there's a part of him that wants to come back and do it. He was originally going to have a concert tomorrow, which has been pushed back because the venue was double booked or something, but I guess he wants to get this his aspirations to be a musician and whatnot out of the system and see if that will work or if it will not. And then, I'm sure regardless of if it does work or if it doesn't work, he'll end up back in the WWE.
Matt, did you guys have turducken for dinner?
Do we have what for dinner?
Turducken?
No, we didn't.
Josh is a moron, Matt, and I apologize
I
for this.
know that's Josh's favorite meal, but no, we don't eat that here in Cameron. We do it a little different in the dirty South.
But you know what turducken is, right?
It's your favorite.
Right. Was there any banana juice?
No, man.
All right, I got you.
I moved to Raw and I got away from all that silly comedy now.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, very nice.
I'm just ribbing you, man. I'm still the one.
Yeah, I wish you were here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you have any questions for Matt Hardy, call us up at 888-LIVE-WWE. Matt, what'd you think about Lita's book?
I thought it was real. Was done very well, and I thought it was a great read. And actually, obviously, I probably know more about her than anyone else does in the WWE. And there were still details in the book that I was like, I was actually learning about. And it was really, inspirational story. I mean, when you see where she started, point A, to where she got to point B, which is, the success she's attained right now, and all the obstacles she had to go through to get there, it's amazing. I mean, in a lot of ways, it really relates to the whole journey I made from, point A to now. But she just did it in such a different way, and it's amazing because she was so independent, had no one else to support her except herself.
Yeah, if you take a look at the various guys you've been involved with here on WWE throughout your career, from the Dudleys to Edge and Christian, and just take a look at the evolution all you guys seem to have took, and you've all wound up with successful careers so far, and yet you seem to have a lot more ahead of you, and obviously this change you've made coming to Raw now gives you that opportunity to mix with different competitors, mix with different people, and you got to be looking forward to that.
Oh, I'm so excited about being at Raw. For one, it's live TV, and there's no atmosphere like a live TV atmosphere. There's no, there's no safety net, so to say. Everything you do is going to be seen, whether it's good, bad, whether it's right or wrong. And also when you're out there on a live TV in front of a live crowd, they know that anything can happen. There's no spoilers to be read. We don't, it's not taped on Tuesday and shown on Thursday. Whatever happens right then and there is live, L-I-V-E, and there's no feeling like that. And there's so many great guys on Raw that I haven't had the chance to work with that I would love to. I mean, there's Ric Flair, there's Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Booker, RVD. There's such a long list. Jericho, Christian, so many talented guys. And it's also very entertainment-based, Raw, a little more entertainment-based than SmackDown is. And obviously, Matt Hardy version 1, the Sensei of Mattitude, is a very entertainment-driven character.
Matt,
cool.
what was it? I'm sorry, Dr. Tom.
No, just a very
Matt,
cool.
I was going to ask you, what was it like to have a few weeks off during your transition phase between SmackDown and Raw while you weren't injured? Because that's the only time it seems that WWE superstars have off is when they're injured.
Right, man. It was great. I mean, it was the first time. March will make 6 years that I've been signed with WWE, and it was the first time in the 5 years that I've been on the road full time that I've been off for a few weeks without being hurt. Mm-hmm. And to actually come home and live a normal life, and I'm in my new big beautiful house, and it was the first time I've got a chance to actually clean up, and I bought furniture, and I did stuff to my yard, and I got to live life kind of like a normal person. It was cool, man. It's one of those things that's dangerous to stay here too long because I might just like that, but. It's something, after you get away for 2 or 3 weeks, you really, once wrestling's in your blood, Dr. Tom can say, I mean, Josh, you've been around long enough, once you get used to the sports entertainment industry and you get used to the wrestling business, dude, you can't go away from it. It's like becomes part of you. Without being around it, you crave for it, you fiend for it. So I was starting to feel that, but at the same time, it was good because it gave my body a break. I started loosening up. I wasn't sore like I am day to day, and, it was good for my body. I appreciate it. It was good for me mentally, too.
Very cool. Something else we just want to touch on a little bit if we can.
It's my knee you're touching.
Yeah, you're a funny guy, Jim.
What's going on there?
Crash, you know what? I'm not sure what's going on with this kid anymore, man. After this show's over, I promise you, he won't be around very much longer.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
That kid, he's changed, man.
He has changed. That tough enough gimmick.
Sweet, good kid, man.
Yeah, not anymore. We understand that you were very close to Crash Holly as well, and you attended his funeral. Any thoughts that you might want to convey to the people out there listening now?
Yeah, there definitely are some thoughts. One, I would like to say, God bless Mike. God bless Crash Holly, to who he was known as to most of his fans. But it's one of those things, it hit me harder than any other real death has in wrestling just because, for 3 or 4 months, we worked side by side, when him and Shannon were, the MFers underneath me or whatever. But, obviously when you're with someone on TV and you work with them and you have a lot of interaction with them, and there were times that we traveled together, we ate together, we laughed together. And then just to hear, just up out of the blue, a friend and somebody you've worked with, and one of your peers is dead. It's just, it was a shock. It was really, it dropped my, it was really a jaw dropper, man. I was speechless. I'm never speechless. But I would just like to say, send my prayers and thoughts out to him and his family, and especially his daughter. He's got a beautiful 7-year-old daughter, and the funeral was in North Carolina. Fortunately, myself, Amy, we were able to make it out there, and Hurricane, and actually one of your good friends, Dr. Tom Champagne, went out there with us. But we went out to the funeral and saw it, and it was nice to be able to be there for his last moment, and see him.
Very good.
Well, it was a very sad scenario.
Well, yeah, no doubt about that, Matt. Let's we got more phone calls coming in for you right now. We got Mitch calling from Iowa. Mitch, you're on the phone with Matt Hardy.
Hey Matt, I was wondering if you could have one match at WrestleMania 20, what would your dream match be, and what would the stipulation be?
Wow. That's a tough question to ask. A tough question to answer, I should say. My dream match, I don't know, let me take a second. Considering I'm on Raw now, if I was battling someone from the Raw roster, I don't know, I guess to make it a dream match, you would want it to be as big of a match as it could possibly be. Maybe, I don't know, me versus Triple H, or me versus Ric Flair, or me versus a Shawn Michaels. As far as just a big marquee match, especially for me. And then on the other hand, maybe, I don't know, maybe, me and Christian and Rob Van Dam in a ladder match, or maybe me and Jericho in a ladder match. I don't know. There's so many different ways to go. It just, something with a good story behind it, obviously.
Thanks for the question, Matt. We're all looking forward to WrestleMania 20, Madison Square Garden, the 20th anniversary of WrestleMania. Dr. Tom, you're actually wearing a WrestleMania 20 shirt today as you're getting ready. You're getting geared up, too, for MSG. Listen, Matt, we appreciate you being the surprise caller here on Bite This today, and everyone's looking forward to seeing what you're going to pull out on Raw in the future.
You got it. Make sure to tune in every Monday night, 9 p.m. on TNE. I will be there. Matt Hardy version 1 will be appearing on Raw, and a new Matt fact. You guys ready for it?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's hear it.
Matt likes Mondays better than Thursdays.
Outstanding.
There you have it. Sorry, Josh.
That's okay. Thanks a lot, Matt. Once you hang up the phone, we're just going to talk about SmackDown for the rest of the hour.
Ha, like we
Okay,
will.
I had to get my red team shout-outs while I could.
Very nice.
Thanks a lot, Matt.
Thank you, guys.
Talk to
All
you
right,
later.
have a good one. You know, like Bradshaw said,
Please. SmackDown. Come on, SmackDown.
hiring you is like losing 3 good men.
Come on, come up with your own jokes, Dr.
No, it's
Tom.
not a joke.
SmackDown. That's where it's at right there.
Where is it? I got SmackDown for
bro.
you.
SmackDown's going to be tonight. We got a new magazine.
Hey,
we got
listen.
everything happening on SmackDown.
Bottom line is it's WWE, and I don't care if it's Raw or SmackDown. I think both shows have tremendous superstars. And I think if you want to really talk about who's who and what's what, tune in and watch both shows.
Yeah, but watch SmackDown more. So
Why?
anyway, Dr. Tom, how's everything going in your life?
You know what? My life is great, man.
Really?
I couldn't be better. In fact,
What
Bradshaw
are you
last
doing?
week.
What are you doing next Thursday for? I have ADD. What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I'm eating duck.
Turducken?
No, duck.
You guys eat duck? for
Sure we
Thanksgiving?
do. We
Really?
eat duck.
It's outstanding.
Yeah. You know what
Awesome.
everybody has? We go down the little gimmick there and kill a duck and put it in the oven, man.
Hey, Dr. Tom, a guy that you know very, very well is on the phone right now.
Yes.
A guy that you probably had a hand in training, as you've had a hand in training of many current WWE superstars. If you
Yeah,
want to talk
except
to
you.
this guy, please call. You know you've had a hand in my training, Dr.
Did I?
Tom. Yes, you
Oh,
did.
that's right. Thank
8
you.
8 Live,
Cincinnati.
WWE. Please join us in welcoming Matt Morgan. Matt, how are you?
Very good. How you guys doing?
Good, thank you.
Matt, you're from Fairfield, Connecticut, correct?
Yes, I am, Dr. Tom.
Are you living right now in Louisville, Kentucky, though, right?
I'm in lovely Louisville, Kentucky as we speak.
Well, let me ask you this, man. It had to be kind of a nerve-wracking experience because I know what you've been doing in Louisville and how you've been coming along, but to all of a sudden get called up and to be put in probably, as Josh said earlier, the biggest team ever in the history of the Survivor Series, you were in a prominent spot. I mean, tell us about the feelings that you went through.
Well, where do you start with that? I mean, it happened so fast, to be honest with you, Dr. Tom. I was just, sitting at home. You gave me the call, told me pretty much I was going to be heading out to SmackDown that night, and then from there, the last 3 weeks have been pretty much just a blur. And just to be part of a team, not just the size of that team, but just to be part of Survivor Series in itself was quite the honor. And then on top of it, to be in a match with Chris Benoit, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, the guys like that, the guys on that level, was just even more the honor.
Well, obviously you've been able to pick their brain and be around some of the top stars on the SmackDown side of things, and rubbing up against Brock Lesnar couldn't be all bad. Was Brock able to give you some insight?
Oh, God, absolutely. I mean, since I've been up there these last 3 weeks, Brock has really done a great job of taking me under his wing, so to speak, and just, he came from Ohio Valley Wrestling as well down here in Louisville. He knows what we go through down here training, our training regimen, and how tough it is down here, and he also understands where we're coming from and the difference of coming from OVW right to a WWE pay-per-view event. And, he's done a great job, and I really thank him for everything he's done for me so far.
Yeah, Matt, we understand that you're still competing for OVW. What's your schedule like these days?
Well, last night we just did a TV taping. Wednesday evening is our OVW TV taping, obviously. That airs here on Saturday evening. Then Thursday we have practice. And then Friday is usually the day off, but tomorrow, Friday, I'll probably go in with Danny Davis and watch some tape with Nathan. And we'll watch the Survivor Series match over, and we'll probably watch tonight's SmackDown taping as well over. And he'll give us some insight because, everyone knows Danny Davis. He's probably forgotten more about wrestling than most people know.
Yeah. Recently you had the chance to come back and wrestle in Bridgeport, pretty close to your hometown. How was that, man?
That was awesome. That's probably one of the, besides Survivor Series, coming out to that, that's definitely been the second biggest thing that's happened to me with the WWE. That feeling coming out in front of your family and your friends and your hometown. We're right there in my backyard, literally. That's a feeling that I can't even put into words. That the goosebumps, just the adrenaline, everything. It was awesome.
Matt, how has it been adjusting to the SmackDown locker room?
Excuse me?
How has it been adjusting to the SmackDown locker room?
so far so good. A lot of people have really gone out of their way. A lot of the veterans. I mean, Bob Holly, Bradshaw, Kurt, Chris Benoit, everybody, Brock. They've gone out of their way. The Undertaker, just to give me, like I said, insight and slowing things down and just taking my time out there and just a lot of camaraderie. A lot of guys are really helping me out, and I can't thank them enough.
Good, very good. Let's go to the phones now. We got John J. calling from, Louisville, Kentucky. John, you're on the phone with Matt Morgan.
Matt?
Hey, John, what's going on, buddy?
I can hardly hear you.
Okay.
What are your goals now that you're on the SmackDown roster?
My goals? Well, right now I take it day by day, but pretty much just to keep going with a steady pace that I'm going on, and, to one day, let's be honest, to be the SmackDown WWE champion. That's the bottom line. That's what everyone in this business, I'm pretty sure, strives to be, is to be at the top. And one day I will be.
Hey, Matt, let me ask you this, because I know when you first went to OVW, it might have taken a little longer, or I don't know if that's the right word I'm looking for or not, but it took you, or did it, let me ask you this question, did it take you longer than you expected to get comfortable in the ring?
It's a funny question coming from me, Dr. Tom.
Well, you know what? My lip is still a little swollen. Matt Morgan's the only guy that can kick me in the mouth while he's laying down.
Dr. Tom, how could
Yes,
you?
sir. That's our secret, though. Nobody has to know.
All right,
Okay,
great.
good.
But getting comfortable in the ring, I mean, a lot of people had asked me that when I first got down there, Matt, it's going to take you some time to get comfortable in the ring, and I really didn't understand what they meant by that. And then eventually, I would say it was about a good at least 6 months, Dr. Tom, before I understand what you guys were asking me by saying, are you comfortable in there? And then finally watching myself on tape every damn day with Danny and Jimmy, I finally understood what you guys meant by that, getting the feel for it, so to speak. And it just takes, that lovely word, ring time, to really get a handle on getting comfortable in that ring.
Right. Well, experience, somebody more experienced just means they made the mistake first. So, I mean, whenever you hear the more experienced guys talking and telling you what to do or what they think you should do, it's just because they have messed up first.
Dr. Tom, you're throwing all my papers all over the ground.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm trying to host an internet show here, and you're just throwing my stuff around. Matt, we see you on TV. You got a basketball tattoo there on your shoulder. Can you tell us a little bit about your background in that sport? And have you ever gone one-on-one with Mark Jindrak? He's got the highest vertical leap in WWE history.
Whoa.
According to Mark Jindrak.
Okay, those exact words are correct, according to Mark Jindrak. I'm 6'10", over 300 pounds, and I have a 38-inch vertical leap. I don't know what Mark Jindrak's bringing to the table. But as far as basketball, no. We never got a chance to play down here. Mark, he hurt his ankle a couple times while he was down here, so he's always rehabbing from his ankle injury, so we never got a chance to throw down. But as far as basketball, I played at Chaminade University. It's a small school out in Honolulu, Hawaii. And, that's where I played college ball.
Cool. We got lots of emails, too, for you there, Matt Morgan. We got one of Justin from Cincinnati, Ohio. Who are you looking forward to wrestling on the SmackDown roster?
Oof. I'm looking forward to wrestling Undertaker. Absolutely. I would love to get a chance to get in the ring with Undertaker. That's the man. That's the guy. That's the top big man in the game right now, and that's exactly where I've set my sights. And that's where he's risen the bar on how the big man in business is judged. And between him and Kane, I mean, I don't know. Oof. That's a tough one. But I'd love to wrestle with Undertaker. Absolutely.
Well, you obviously have a standard to look at when you look at Undertaker and Kane. But when you first tried to get into WWE, you tried every other avenue, and then you finally got picked for Tough Enough.
Yeah.
Do you keep in touch with any of those people from your Tough Enough? I mean, not Josh, because
we weren't on the same Tough Enough.
I
there,
know
Dr.
that.
Tom.
I know that, man.
Hey, I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know,
Why
Dr.
are you
Tom.
writing all over your questions, Josh?
I'm not writing all over them. I'm underlining things. I'm highlighting things.
Anyway, Matt, do you keep in touch with any of the people from your Tough Enough?
Actually, I kept in touch with Jake, the crazy-looking kid with the spiked hair.
Oh, yeah.
I kept in touch with him for a little while. I know he was trying to get into that, what's that, slam ball on TNN?
Oh, yeah, great.
He was trying to get in that last time I talked to him. But I've mostly kept in touch with Linda Miles, actually, now known as Shaniqua.
Yes.
Yeah,
Very
big
nice.
Amazon. I kept in touch with her a lot.
Cool. Shaniqua now, of course, with the Basham Brothers, the current
Yeah.
WWE Tag Team Champions. Two other guys who came from your neck of the woods there, Dr. Tom.
They're not from my neck of the woods, man. They're in Louisville. They're from
I know,
their
but
neck of the
you're
woods.
kind of like a Louisville kind of guy, you know? You're
What kind of guy are you,
You're
man?
always down. I'm from the Ville, bro. We already went over this. Matt Morgan knows
Hey,
all about the Ville.
Matt, you know, man, you've met Josh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Enough said then.
So we got more emails. We got one from Holly of Milford, Connecticut. Hey, right down the street. Matt,
Yeah.
are you undeniably... Oh, I'm sorry. Let me start over. Matt, you are more... This girl, did she write this email herself? What is she, a 9-year-old? Not bad. Yes, it is. Matt, you are undeniably more cut and in even better shape now than you were on Tough Enough. What kind of diet and exercise program do you follow? Are you one of the same school of dieting that I am from? No carbs. Holly from Milford's probably about 6 years old.
The diet. I mean, people. There's people when they get in the wrestling business, they you hear the word being in ring shape. And I played basketball, I played football, I played baseball, I played every sport you can think of. But the main thing about being in ring shape is a whole other level of being in cardiovascular shape. It's not just running on a treadmill. It's being able to, to run around the ring, to do the cardio in the ring, to stop and go, to, move laterally, jump up and down. It's a whole other level of being in shape. And when down here in OVW, they do a great job. They take pride in the shape that our athletes down here are in. I mean, there's everybody down here, Dr. Tom, you know that. Every down in OVW is in tremendous shape, shredded to the bone, tall, jacked, big, strong, athletic. It's the best athletes I've ever been around. And Danny Davis and Jim Cornette have us on a and Rip Rogers for that matter, have us on a strong, strict training regimen where we're up at 8 a.m. We're not out of this building till at least 12. So that's 4 hours of being in the ring. And then we go to the gym during the night, lift, and do even more cardio at night in the gym. So you're eating right, you're taking in your protein, you're taking in, your other protein supplements, your protein bars, your drinks, all that kind of thing. And on top of that, you're in that ring all damn day. You have no choice but to get caught up and getting shredded.
Well, Josh is into protein supplements as well, and he's also eating pizza. And
What does that mean? I eat anything I want.
yeah, I heard.
Pizza, I'll probably, I just do whatever. You know me, Dr. Tom.
I do know you, Ville, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so Josh, Matt, you're obviously looking forward to going to SmackDown this coming week and tonight.
SmackDown.
Yes.
Anything you'd like to tell us about some experiences on the road so far with WWE?
Well, so far I've been blessed. I've been in a great situation with a lot of veterans. So it's pretty much just shut up and listen and learn. It's not tough if you just shut up and listen. And I just act like, 6'10", 320-pound sponge. I just shut up and I take everything in. And a lot of the guys, like I said, are going out of the way to help me, and I can't thank them enough. And it will pay off in the long run. Absolutely.
Matt, do you think that with the dual brands with Raw and SmackDown, that guys from Ohio Valley are getting a bigger chance now to become stars because there's, I don't want to say there's more spots, but there's more of a chance for different individuals to shine on different shows. What do you think about that?
You're absolutely right. I mean, I looked down the SmackDown locker room, and it's exactly what you just said. I mean, at least half the guys down there are from OVW.
Right.
I mean, the newer breed of wrestlers that are coming up and up all seem to be coming through the OVW pipeline. You have, Randy Orton over on Raw with Batista. You have Brock Lesnar over here with SmackDown with Charlie Haas, with Shelton Benjamin. I mean, the list goes on and on. There's a ton of guys coming up, and there's still more coming as we speak. You got a lot more younger talent coming up through the rankings down here in OVW who will make an impact on this business as well.
I'm just looking at this picture we have up of you, Lesnar, Big Show, and Nathan Jones, and all four of you guys have actually passed through OVW at one time or another.
Yeah, that's true. Big Show, too. You're right.
Let's go back to the phones now. We got Andrew calling from, Philly. Andrew, you're on the phone with Matt Morgan.
Hi, Matt Morgan. I have
How
a
you
question.
doing, Andrew?
If you went for the tag team titles on SmackDown, who would you pick as your tag team partner and why?
I'd have to go with
Dr. Tom? Oh. I thought you'd pick Dr. Tom.
Why don't you let him answer, Josh? Go ahead and answer, Matt. I'm sorry for his intrusion.
All right, all right. I would have to right now. it's a tough call. You got a lot of superstars on the roster, but I'm probably most comfortable right now actually with Nathan Jones. We've been working a lot together down here in OVW, practicing together, and let's say Nathan, we both have that intensity level that's through the roof, and I think we pose a lot of mismatches for a lot of tag teams out there.
Yeah, Matt, I was going to say, I mean, just seeing the two of you guys at Survivor Series, even though you were with Team Lesnar, the two of you guys really did stand out, and that's saying a lot because you were in there with the WWE Champion Brock Lesnar, the Big Show, the United States Champion, who's 7 foot 500 pounds, and the A-Train, who's been a mainstay here in the WWE for who knows how long, and yourself and Nathan Jones, two virtually new people on SmackDown that not a lot of people know of, and you guys stood out like a sore thumb in a good way.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that compliment.
Well,
But,
go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Dr. Tom.
No, I was just going to say, obviously, continuing your training in OVW is going to do wonders for you, and while you're off the road there, you'll still be training in OVW, I assume.
Absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way. That's the only way we're going to get better.
Have you noticed any of the like regular OVW fans changing their attitude towards you once you came back?
Yeah, I definitely have, actually. You know, a lot of the mainstay OVW fans are proud of me. They're happy for me. But at the same time, you know, you can tell they're not happy with how I, so to speak, turned my back on my fans type thing.
Well, I don't think you really turned your back on your fans.
No, I didn't think so either. But
yeah, I think you just did what you had to do.
Exactly.
Right.
And I'm sure Matt's
Situations there, you got to seize it.
That's right.
And I'm sure Matt Morgan's going to do what he has to do each and every Thursday night on SmackDown. Matt, we really appreciate you taking your time out and joining us here on Bite This, and looking forward to seeing what you're going to bring to the table on SmackDown.
Okay, thank you very much for having me on, guys. I do appreciate it.
You bet.
Thanks for all your help, Dr. Tom.
We bet you, Matt. See you later.
See you, Matt.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Josh, does this hurt?
Yeah, of course it hurts, Dr. Tom. I don't like when you do stuff like that.
Oh, hell, Bradshaw was here last week. You didn't get hurt, did you, boy?
No, but he could have.
Oh, hell.
To.
Ask me a better question.
Available this Tuesday on newsstands.
That's a stupid question.
Available everywhere.
Come
Tuesday
on.
Newsstands.
Drop the S-bomb on you a few times.
Everywhere is this right here, SmackDown the magazine, but you can't see it because we got that cool Bite This logo behind there. Can we get my name? That's cool. Look at that.
Ass?
Look at that. Look how cool that is.
Yeah, that's cool.
Woo!
Wow. Hey, you know what, though, Phil? I do have a question, though. I mean, because
Phil's over there.
I'm not talking to you.
Oh.
I'm talking to Phil.
Oh, okay,
This
gotcha.
is Bite This. This is a feedback for blank and moderator. I think this needs to change. Speaking of names up there.
Yeah, maybe Phil can get on that. Can I? Hey, well, how am I supposed to follow?
Look at what a mess this is.
How am I supposed to follow? That's where I write all my notes down.
Christ.
I got a lot going on.
Yeah, you got a lot going on.
I really do, Dr. Tom. We still got Eddie Guerrero. He's going to join us. He's going to finish out the show with us. Give us a call, 888-LIVE, WWE. Watch us on your monitors at WWE.com. You know what the thing is? I usually work out before I come here.
Yeah.
And that's where I get all this energy out.
Yeah.
But the gym was closed today, so now I got like...
The gym was open early this morning.
Oh, please, I was sleeping.
Where are you from again?
The Ville.
Thank you.
It's in Indiana.
I got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Phil. Hey, look at that.
Oh.
You got...
How in the world?
Hey, does that hurt?
Look.
Yeah.
Wait, can we get that back on? No?
Yeah.
Can we get that picture? That's awesome. That should change like the entire hour. I didn't know we had this capability. Put up, what else do you guys got? What else you got?
Oh, hell. We're going to get on with the show. We got Eddie Guerrero calling yet.
And they're taking care of that. What else can we get on the backdrop here?
Hey, why don't you put a big picture of Josh?
All right.
Like a big turd.
Look, they got stars behind there now, Dr. Tom. It's like we got anything going on. You know what we should get? We should get a lowrider put behind us. And it could be like me and you are driving a lowrider, and then we could be cool like Los Guerreros.
You couldn't be cool like Los Guerreros.
You're right, but maybe the next caller that we have, he can teach us how to be cool like a Guerrero, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Please welcome SmackDown's very own Eddie Guerrero. What's up, Eddie?
Orale vatos, what's going on, homies?
See, that's cool right there. Orale vatos. Yeah, that's gonna be my new thing.
Hey, Josh is from the Ville, Eddie. You know, I think he's from the village. You know,
Village, is
the
it?
village, man, like the
Valley
village.
boy, huh?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Man.
from the lower valley or the upper valley, home.
Hey, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Thank God.
What's going on with you and Chavo?
What do you mean?
Oh, you know what, man? I mean, listen, I've known you for a while, and I know when you get that look in your eye or you kind of come across that attitude you lost a long time ago, and and you've been pretty mellow for, I guess, the last, 3 years, man, but I'm starting to see a little bit of rage come back into you, man. What's going on?
Easy. I say I'm just being a loving, supporting uncle, man, and I'm trying to understand my nephew here. I say we're kind of in that point, uncle nephew, where we're not kind of seeing eye to eye, man. But me being the more mature one of us all, of both of us now,
Yeah.
I'm trying to be understanding. I say.
Ah.
Yeah, man. No, actually, I think it's just me and Chavo just trying to, find balance between us. Chavo's a leader also. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, it's just like we're butting heads right now and trying to see what path we're going. So I think that's kind of what's going on between us.
Well, Eddie, since you joined us here on the phone about a minute ago, we got about 9,000 calls. The phones are just blowing up, so let's go right now. This is Jimmy calling from Tucson, Arizona. Jimmy, you're on the phone with Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero.
Hey, Dr. Tom. Hey, Eddie. How you doing?
All right, Jimmy, what's going on, I say?
Well, first, Tucson loves you, man. You're huge here. And
thank you, man.
I wanted to see, what is Thanksgiving like with your brothers Hector and Mondo and Chavo Sr., and what's it like a Guerrero Thanksgiving like?
What's a Guerrero Thanksgiving? Oh, my God. That's a pay-per-view in itself, Ese. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm thinking about doing that, just having a camera, go to the family get-together, man, and just seeing how many matches break out. No, actually, it's, I got a very loving family, and, every time we do get together, when we have the opportunity to get together, man, it's actually a lot of fun because we got a lot of pranksters in our family, So we're constantly playing jokes on each other, and obviously, tempers flare. So we got a little bit of all of it,
Well, I think that it just goes along with the whole attitude of the family. Everybody, as you said, Chavo's the leader, and so is your brother Chavo, and I think Hector and Mondo. Every Guerrero I've ever met, man, even Linda, is very headstrong and knows and believes in their ability to get things done. And it looks as though, even when you were wrestling the Big Show for the United States Championship, you got thrown into that lowrider, man. You got your back sliced up, but you get coming back for more. And it looks like with reforming the team with Chavo, when it looked like you guys were just getting back in the groove of things at Survivor Series, something slipped up and the match slipped away, man. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, man. It's frustrating. I think, like any team, you got like, let's take the Bucks. You got a great team that has everybody back from the Super Bowl, last year, except now for Keyshawn,
Yeah, thanks for coming, Keyshawn.
And look, they're struggling, It just, I think every team goes through that, and I believed in what I said. It's not how you act when you're on top. It's how you pick yourself up when you've fallen down, And that's the rule of life, That's something my dad taught me, That's when you see the true character in a person and what that person's really all about, And I think that's what me and Chavo are facing right now, Is how we got to pick ourselves up, I just, I won't deny that there's some conflict going on between us, but I strongly believe we can get past this and over this, and get the belts back, I really do. I say, I say I wouldn't be a Guerrero if I didn't believe so, home.
All right, man. And Eddie, I know everyone wishes you guys the best of luck at recapturing the WWE Tag Team titles. Let's go back to the phones now. We got Rebecca calling from Connecticut. Rebecca, you're on the phone with Eddie Guerrero.
Hey, Eddie.
Hi, Mamacita. What's going on?
Not much. What about you?
Oh, I'm just here chilling out at the crib, I say.
I was wondering, what was it like that first night when you debuted in the WWE with Malenko, Benoit, and Perry Saturn?
What was it like the first night? God, man, I was so nervous. I was nervous and excited at the same time. It was a dream to always come to WWE, and it was like a dream coming true. I was living my dream, but I was so nervous too because, well, you want to do the best you can, obviously. Yeah, but what was it like? It was a dream come true for me. It really was.
Very cool. Eddie, we've talked to a lot of guys recently who wrote books, wrote their autobiographies. Any chance of you possibly writing an autobiography of your times here in WWE?
Oh, yeah. You know, if they would ask me, sure. You know, I think I got a lot to share. You know, got a lot of I think if they would ask me to write a book, I think it would be more on a personal basis. You know, on what I've gone through and the issues that I've gone through in my life, because I feel I have something to offer with that. You know, because anybody can write about their stories and all the fun that we have in the dressing room and what stories have happened in the business, but I'd like to give it a different aspect and, you know, kind of, you know, talk about personal issues that I've dealt with in this business.
Well, that'd be cool, Eddie. I'm sure everyone would really enjoy maybe a Latino Heat autobiography. I'm sure that I would read it, Dr. Tom. Cool. Eddie, we got lots of emails, too, here. We got one from Brian of Pleasant Hill, Missouri. Would you rather be a heel or a baby face, a good guy or a bad guy?
Well, you know, I never thought I'd be in the position that I'm in today. You know, I'm not really a baby face. I think, you know, for God's sakes, I cheat to win. You know, I think it just became cute the way we do it. You know, and
effective too.
Yeah, effective, obviously. I think people are enjoying the entertainment. You know, I've never had so much fun like I'm having now, and I've always said I'd love being a heel because I believe I'm a better heel than I am a baby face. But this role that I'm playing right now is a lot of fun because I kind of got the best of both worlds. You know?
Well, obviously,
I can turn up the heat whenever I want to turn it up. You know? And it's okay. You know, I don't have to worry about people hating me. You know, because I'm at that position where they can hate me or they can love me. It's still my job.
Well, what do you think it is that the people react the way they do to you, even when you were, let's say, a heel? Most of the people were still chanting your names and still cheering for you.
I don't know. Well, I think that the wrestling fan is not dumb, you know, and you can't fool them. And, you know, I grew up in this business, so I have nothing but respect for the wrestling fan. I'm a wrestling fan myself. I think that it's just a matter of gaining respect, the fans' respect, and I pray and I hope that I have gained that, and I think that's why maybe I get cheered sometimes when I should get booed, you know?
Cool. Let's go back to the phones now. We got Alfredo calling from San Diego. Alfredo, you're on the phone with Eddie Guerrero.
Hey, Eddie. How you
Hey,
doing?
órale, Alfredo, what's up, man? ¿Qué onda?
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, gracias
what
a
I'm
Dios.
doing is I'm offering you my vehicle. You're coming down December 9th. There's a big promotion going on about you down here. I'm offering you my vehicle to drive down to ringside.
Oh, okay. Was that you, ese?
It's a nice vehicle. It's a 94 Impala. I just got it all painted, everything all tricked out.
All right, vato. How do we do that?
I don't know. How do you guys usually do it? I'll bring my car down there, and you can look at it before you even decide on doing it or
It's
not.
hard to see, hear you. Can you repeat where you are again?
That what?
Can you repeat where you are? Because it's hard to hear you, that's why.
Yeah.
Alfredo, where are you?
Alfredo, obviously you're in San Diego. SmackDown will be in San Diego December 9th. Eddie Guerrero, do people offer you lowriders everywhere you go?
Everywhere we go, man, you know, it's awesome. It really is cool. And to get back to Alfredo, yeah, you know, I don't know if he's hearing me or not, you know, but the thing is that all you got to do is contact WWE and tell them what's up, and, you know, we'll do our best.
There you go, Alfredo. I wish people would offer me cars wherever I went.
I got to know what they offer you, man.
Yeah, man, it's actually really awesome because you get, I mean, a lot of people at different card clubs, you know, and you're finding out, man, that, you know, the lowriders all over, Holmes, I'm telling you, man, we're taking over. But it's not only with the, I'm just saying that the lowrider of the car, it's not only just with the Hispanic community. You know, it's basically all over the United States, all cultures, all breeds. I mean, it's really exciting. It really is.
No doubt about that. We'll go back to the phone calls. Let's see if this person's trying to peddle a car to Eddie Guerrero. This is Brian from Virginia Beach. Brian, you're on the phone with Eddie Guerrero.
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, what's up, Brian? What's going on, Mr.?
Eddie, man, I'll tell you, I've been watching you for years and years and following you through all your trials and tribulations, even when you were gone and you were doing the independent circuit. We love you, man. Everyone loves you, as I'm sure you can tell.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that compliment.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
I'm wondering, with the history of how the title is given and where it's given to, do you think that you will ever get a title run? And do you, I mean, obviously you would like one, but do you think you'll ever get one?
That's a good question. There's, you know, I always have faith. I always believe that things can come true. It's a dream of mine. Do I believe in it? I believe that it'll happen when the time is right. Yes, I do.
Cool.
Very
Awesome.
cool.
If you have a question for Eddie Guerrero, don't be shy. Give us a call at 888-LIVE-WWE. Eddie, we got lots of emails here. This is from Stephen of Birmingham, England. When do you think you'll have a feud with Rey Mysterio? I've watched your previous matches in WCW and would love to see another one between the two of you.
Oh, I'd love to wrestle Ray, you know, just for the simple fact that I know the match would be great, you know. When do I think? I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon because, you know, Ray is beloved by everyone, especially me. I love him too much right now to feud against him, I think. But you never say never in this business.
No doubt. There's one thing that I do want to ask. What are you doing, Josh?
I thought you were going to ask him about WrestleMania 20.
No, I'm not going to ask about WrestleMania 20 right now, but I will, I guess, if I have to.
Well, I saw that you got a WrestleMania 20.
No. I was going to ask you about WrestleMania 20, I guess, Eddie, without Josh pointing to my shirt here.
He's got a WrestleMania 20 shirt on, Eddie.
Yes, I do. Who would you like to wrestle at WrestleMania 20?
Who would I like to wrestle?
Yeah.
Who would I like to wrestle? That's a good question. You know, man, I haven't even thought about it. I've been so mixed up and my thoughts have been so much on the Chavo situation that, you know, I don't know, but I would always love to wrestle a Kurt Angle. I mean, I would love to wrestle Kurt or Chris Benoit.
I think the world would love to see you get in the ring with, I mean, with anybody almost. It seems like Eddie Guerrero can go out there and have a great match. And let me ask you this, even me, maybe even a broomstick.
Yeah, I'd love to wrestle, Pritchard out there, Tom.
There you go. Back to Tom and Eddie Guerrero, WrestleMania 20.
Come on, Holmes, come out of retirement, that's it.
Yeah, well, let's talk to Vince.
Eddie, let me ask you this. Would you rather have a tag team match or a singles match at WrestleMania, or does it not matter? Do you just want to be able to perform on that stage?
Man, I just want to be a part of that great card.
I hear you. Let's go back to the phone.
This is WrestleMania 20, bro.
Right.
No, this is awesome.
Cool. Let's go back to the phones now. We got Bill calling from Maryland. Bill, you're on the phone. Bill with Eddie Guerrero.
Hello.
Hello. You're on the phone. Go ahead.
Hey, Eddie, what's up?
Hey, Bill, what's going on? Ese vato.
I wanted to know how you compare your team with Art Barr as a team with Chavo.
Excuse me? How what?
How you compare your team with Art Barr to the team you have now with Chavo?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. Art and me were in a different era, you know, and it was in Mexico, and man, I loved Art like a brother, you know, God rest his soul. I don't think I can compare it, you know, it's just two different teams. You know, I was a different wrestler when I was wrestling with Art Barr. You know, what I do have is that Art Barr gave me another, he gave me another aspect and taught me another aspect to put into my.
Ask you one more question real quick, especially since that last question concerned your former partner, Art Barr. Here's a question that's on the paper, but it's something that interests me as well. Your thoughts on how we can reduce the number of tragic deaths in the business today?
Man, God, especially lately, huh?
Yeah.
My condolences, first of all, to Mike's family also. Man, you know, Tom, I battle this disease every day. You know, this disease never goes away. Yeah, I think it's got no prejudices. I think that this way of life is a hard way of life, but it can be done. You know, I wouldn't know where to begin as far as saying how to reduce the deaths, because it's a personal decision that everybody has to make. You know, I don't know why. I can't answer that question.
Well, Eddie, we appreciate you being so candid here on Bite This. We also appreciate your time here on this Thursday afternoon. We know you're a very, very busy man these days, well, with Latino Heat going crazy and all that stuff all the time, and everything going on with you and Chavo these days.
You guys have a very important tag match against the world's greatest tag team tonight on SmackDown. SmackDown.
That's right.
Yes.
Tune in.
That's right. So the best of luck to that, Eddie. And once again, thank you very much for joining us here on Bite This. Looking forward to seeing what you're going to pull out of your bag of tricks each and every week on SmackDown.
All right, guys. Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you, Eddie.
All right, man. Viva la raza!
Viva la raza!
All right. Well, that was Eddie Guerrero. We've had a pretty good show today, Dr. Tom.
Yeah.
I think, you know.
Well,
tonight,
sure.
Tonight on SmackDown, a special one-night appearance by Raw superstar, the Big Red Monster, Kane. Kane will be doing the eulogy for his brother, The Undertaker, who, of course, lost to Mr. McMahon at Survivor Series. Tajiri takes on Jamie Noble. That's a rematch from what we saw on Sunday Night Heat. The Cruiserweight Championship is on the line, but to Jamie Noble, it's more about a personal vendetta. Jamie Noble wants to get back at Tajiri for what Tajiri did to Jamie Noble's girlfriend, Nydia.
Yeah, and Paul Heyman's going to reward Shannon Moore for remaining faithful to SmackDown?
That's right. Plus, Rey Mysterio takes on Akio, who, of course, is one of Tajiri's henchmen. And we don't know too much about Akio and Sakota, but tonight on SmackDown,
What do
Akio
you call him a henchman?
will be in one-on-one action. Plus, we don't have time. We'll talk about it next week. Plus, Bradshaw
We'll talk it after the
takes
show,
on
son of a
the
bitch.
A-Train. So a lot going down on SmackDown. Of course, next week there will be there will be no Bite This, of course, next week because it is Thanksgiving.
Why can't we come in next week on Thanksgiving?
You could come here, Dr. Tom, but none of us will be here.
Why?
Because you
Aren't
could
you
just come and
dedicated?
talk
Don't
to
you have
the camera.
passion for this job?
What? It's Thanksgiving.
What, you don't care?
No, everyone's
I don't care
gonna
about
be eating
Thanksgiving.
turkey. That's what's going down. That's what's
Yeah,
happening
you're what's
next
going
week
down.
on Bite This.
On this.
We'll not be here.
You want some Latino heat?
Salte de mi lado, cause I'm bringing the heat. Cuando todo se termine, si tú quieres, yo regreso. I'm not scared of you, my brother, cause I'm Latin. ¿Sabe quién es, mami? Esto es candela, mami, pure heat, baby. Salte de mi lado, cause I'm bringing the heat. Cuando todo se termine, si tú quieres, yo regreso. I'm not scared of you, my brother, cause I'm Latin.